What is up, good people? Welcome back to the Fuel Yourself audio cast. I am your host, Shawana Mays, your certified life and wellness coach who helps you create results with your life and wellness goals by teaching you how to finally follow through. Now, listen, y'all, I am really on a high. I am currently walking through this self-paced self-coaching program with Brooke Castillo from the Life Coach School because I just love getting coached in so many different ways. And the investment in this coaching program that I made, it is top tier. Okay. Because listen, I am such a fan of truly understanding the mind more and more and its ability to create results. And I am currently going through the curriculum for the month, which is all about believing new things. And this is interesting because I made the decision to intentionally believe new things at the start of my health and fitness journey when I decided that I was ready to change my life, lose those 30 plus pounds, stay consistent with my fitness, stay healthy, and finally look and feel good. I wanted it all. Okay. And I wanted to share a bit about this concept about believing new things because on today's episode, I think it is so fitting because we're going to talk, all about another area of life that we focus on in the complimentary consultations that I offer. And guess what that area is? It's your weight. Now, this area of my life used to be a huge area of struggle until I decided to believe something different. So, yeah, weight is one of my favorite areas of life to talk about because this is where thought work first began for me back in 2014. Now, when I talk about thought work, it is truly just creating and believing new thoughts that are going to get you to the results that you want to see in any area of your life, not just your weight. But we're only going to focus on weight on this episode. All right. So rock with me on this. So if you are connected to my Facebook or my Instagram, you'll hear me talk a lot about the concept your thoughts create your results. I'll talk about this like darn near all the time because it's such a fascinating concept. And once you deeply understand it, you'll understand so much about how you can change your life with just the way that you think. So let me break this down for you. I first became aware of the concept your thoughts create your results in 2023. Now, the funny thing is, as soon as I heard the concept on the podcast that I was listening to, a freaking light bulb went off in my head. And this was my immediate thought. Let me share it with you. This is exactly how I've been creating my consistency and discipline all these years with my health and fitness. And this is why I'm still making it happen years later. Yes, that was my thought. Y'all, I am telling you, I was out walking when I was listening to this podcast, and then I decided to run home the rest of the way to post on social media and announce that my coaching practice was officially open for business because I now understood the gap between why people don't follow through and why I had been able to for all those years since 2014. I was so hyped. And shortly after that, I was introduced to an awareness tool called the model by my coach, which was originated from the Life Coach School. Y'all, the model changed my life. And it also changed the way that I coach my clients. Here's what the model helps you do. It helps you bring awareness to the thoughts that you are thinking about any situation or circumstance in your life. It shows you how your thoughts influence your feelings and how your feelings influence your actions and how your actions create your results. So when you write this down on paper, it allows you to, visually see it and not just think about it in your mind. It's life changing because when you become aware of how you are creating your results, like the ones that you want and the ones that you don't want, It's a huge eye opener. And the flip side of that, it can help you usher in new beliefs, new feelings, and new actions that can lead you to new results in your life. Again, it's life changing. So once you understand this model, you'll understand how you now have a choice to live your current life or create a new one. This is so freaking cool. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, I had been doing thought work since 2014 unknowingly when I decided that I was ready to change my life and lose those 30 plus pounds. Now, let me share with you the many thoughts I had prior to committing to my journey. Here we go. It's never going to happen for me. My kids are always interrupting me. And of course, I would give into that interruption every single time. I should be further along. It isn't working for me. This is too hard. I don't have the support. It didn't work for me before. I don't have enough time in my life. Now, I lived in those thoughts for years. And notice, since we now know that your thoughts influence your feelings, then the feelings that I was experiencing were confusion, overwhelm, sadness, frustration, hopelessness, and defeat, which did not always lead me to taking the actions of moving forward. It made me want to quit, and I did every single time. Even when I was motivated and inspired in the beginning of my journey, I still quit. So my action of quitting produced the result of me not reaching my goal of losing the extra weight and not being consistent with my fitness. Now, I can put my thoughts, my feelings, my actions, and my results perfectly into the model to see how I created more of the results I did not want. So, again, notice that in this example that I just shared, I shared how my thoughts influenced my feelings, which influenced my actions, which influenced my results. It wasn't my circumstances, it wasn't other people, or it wasn't the world. It was my own thinking about my circumstances. So let me flip the script for you and show you the opposite model where I started to believe new thoughts. Now, again, let me share with you that no one taught me how to believe new thoughts. My brain just offered me up the fact that I could think something different, and I did. And I have to say, every time I think about that moment, especially now that I have learned the model, it was a pretty magical moment for me. And I'm glad my brain offered up that information, and I'm glad I listened. Now, let me share with you the many thoughts that I had when I decided to commit to my journey. Here we go. This is going to happen for me no matter what. I don't have to let my kids interrupt me. I can just tell them no. I'm exactly where I need to be on this journey. This is all working for me. This is too hard, and it's okay. I don't have the support, but I'm going to keep going anyway. It's going to work this time. I'm just going to keep creating the time for myself. So those were my new thoughts. And I started to live in those new thoughts. I started to believe them. I practiced them daily. So since I started to believe those new thoughts, it was generating new feelings in my body, feelings of empowerment, energy, excitement, creativity, confidence, assuredness, which inspired me to take the actions that allowed me to move forward because of those new feelings that I was able to create from my new thoughts. So my new actions produced the result of me creating consistency and discipline with my journey. That consistency and discipline led me to reaching my goal or getting the result of losing the extra 30 plus pounds in 42 days in a healthy way, which has allowed me to create this lifestyle for myself. Now, I can also put this new set of thoughts perfectly into the model to see how I created my results that I did want. So when I am able to see this work on paper and see my two models, I see so clearly how I truly had a choice to keep staying with the same thoughts I was believing and create the same results, which was more of the results I didn't want, or I had a choice to think new thoughts, also known as believing new things, and create new results that I wanted to create in the first place. It's fascinating stuff, y'all. I mean, extremely fascinating. And I'm so in love with this work. And this is one of the tools that I use with my clients as well, because the more we practice this work together, the more ownership happens over the follow through process, the more self belief is built, the more progress happens. And it's how they've been able to create their results more quickly than they've ever imagined. And they're able to make their results stick. Now, listen, thought work leads to following through. And this is a skill that you work to build. It takes practice and repetition and believing new thoughts. And it's possible to do. And it's so worth learning the skill if you want to create something new in your life. So I really do hope that this was helpful to you. Okay. Now, I do offer up an opportunity to go deeper into this work with me. Here's what I am offering for this month of July in 2025. I really want to help you understand how your thoughts create your results. Like, help you really understand this concept so deeply and help you understand why your lack of follow through keeps happening. So, for this month of July, I'm offering up one 30-minute mini session with me. We can hop on a Zoom call and you can share one specific goal with me that you have yet to follow through on, but that you know would impact your life in a positive way. We'll go over all of your thoughts about why you believe you haven't achieved that goal. We'll explore how you feel about it, and I'll show you how you have created your current results. We'll then be able to turn that around and see how you can create your results with such simplicity. This call is completely free. I want you to see how much power that you have in creating what you want and how much power you have in creating more of what you don't want. Just having that awareness alone can open up so much for you. So you can book this call through my consultation link titled Holistic Life and Wellness Consult Zoom call on my website at www.royalrenewal.info. And if you ever need clarity on anything that I share on these audio casts, because I do like to keep them short and sweet, feel free to email me at info@rippedroyaltywellness.com or message me on Instagram at your underscore holistic health coach. For now, I am wishing you a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of ease, and a whole lot of love. And I'll see you on episode 9 next week. Peace.